Israel has long accused the UN Palestinian aid agency UNRWA of being complicit in October 7th massacre by Hamas terrorists. Now a UN investigation is substantiating at least some of these claims. An internal UN investigation has found that at least 9 UNRWA employees directly participated in the massacre. Israel says it's too little, too late, and says the organization must be disbanded. The United Nations has finally acknowledged that 9 staff members of the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian Refugees, or UNRWA, may have been involved in the October 7th massacre by Hamas and will be fired from the organization. The UN carried out an internal investigation by its Office of Internal Oversight Services, which looked into 19 UNRWA members that Israel had accused of being involved in the attacks. The report, which will not be made public, found that there was only sufficient evidence to implicate 9 of these employees.
Out of those 19, that in 10 cases, there's either no information or insufficient information to support the allegations of their involvement in the October 7th attacks. The 9 for whom there is sufficient information will be terminated. And that of course, includes some who had been terminated earlier as in the immediate aftermath of the reporting.
A number of countries, including the United States, cut their funding to UNRWA after the revelations of its involvement in terrorism came to light. Yet several countries are now reinstating funding to the organization. Israeli ambassador to the UN, Gilad Erdan, said the investigation was a disgrace and that it was too little, too late. In a statement, he said that the investigation ignored the thousands of agency employees involved in Hamas terrorist activities and the scope of their involvement. He said that Israel has provided the UN with precise details of over 100 UNRWA employees who are members of the terrorist organization Hamas. Yet, despite the cooperation and information that Israel passed on to the UN, the conclusions of the investigation are another stain on the UN, which still refuses to recognize the reality. Erdan added that if that wasn't enough, the Secretary General recently chose to award UNRWA Gaza the UN Secretary General's Award for 2023. And he called on Antonio Guterres to resign and to shut down UNRWA.